Pandemic, I've been home for a year. It's making me crazy. It's gotten so bad that the only porn I was watching was outdoor public porn. Not even for the sex. My fantasy was just to be outside. I had to see someone happy so I could finish. I also came out as a bisexual during the pandemic. Oh no, please hold your applause. I know it's not Pride Month, but Jesus Christ, guys. And I'm a nerd, so I was explaining to my nerdy friends, I was like, I'm just like you guys. I would just pause the Thor and, the Thor movie more often than you guys would. And Captain America and their crossovers. The movies look good. I can't wait to watch them with the sound on. I made a good choice though. Just lucked out that right before the lockdown, I had moved out of my parents' house. But my parents are hoarders, so they don't know I've left yet. And I don't want to tell them because I like being a burden. And growing up, people used to tell me, they were like, oh, living with hoarders is really unsafe. You got to get out of there. It's really unsafe. And I said, well, no, actually living with hoarders is actually a lot safer because if anybody broke into the house, they would just get overwhelmed and go home. And if I heard them breaking in the middle of the night, I would sneak downstairs and help them carry shit out to their truck. Follow me, I know where the best stuff is. But yeah, my parents are cool. My parents, with the coming out stuff, they're real supportive. They've always been, good to me. My dad said something messed up to me recently. He's here tonight, but fuck him, let's talk about him. My dad does a little bit of comedy as well, and he thinks he's funny. But we were at a club, and we were standing in the back talking to another comic. And the comic said to my dad, he said, oh, you should consider doing like a father and son act. Like, that would be really great. And my dad says to this comic, he said, well, I've always thought of that, but I don't think it would work because I don't really look my age. So 2 things, guys. I never thought anybody would ever say they look too good to work with me. I also never thought that person would be my father. So being at home, I watched a lot of movies. I watched a lot of horror movies, and they're doing a lot of remakes of horror movies. And the problem with the horror movie remakes is that they tend to modernize them, and that kind of hurts the movie in translation. Like they're talking about doing a remake of The Exorcist, and I really hope they don't make that modern. Like, could you imagine that little girl with a cell phone? Like taking it out and putting it in front of her and taking a selfie of the back of her head. Her mom would be getting, would be on WebMD all the time. And you know when it's WebMD, it's always the worst possible thing. It's like, well, her symptoms include that she's levitating off of her bed and masturbating with a crucifix. So it's probably cancer. Her friends would be getting notifications on Facebook like, it says Reagan McNeil changed her status to your mother sucks cocks in hell. Feeling blessed. Eggplant fire.